Here's a clip from the Russian Professional League. Zenit Kazan is on the left side of our screen, playing against Zenit St. Petersburg. Zenit Kazan features Micah Christensen, the USA men's national team setter, and Volvic, number 4, who we will be watching. Volvic is a middle blocker. As we watch this clip for the first time, I want you to put yourself in Volvic's shoes. Who would you prioritize blocking in each sequence, and under what conditions would you make yourself available to attack?
Ивановский, его очередь подавать. Это центральный блокирующий, вышедший на замену, но подача у него требует особого внимания. Подача очень хороша и сильна. Нестандартно играет Волков. Мяч в игре. Вновь после атаки Волкова мяч остается в игре. И вновь будет атака у казанского «Зенита». На этот раз Вольвич. И теперь Бабкевич. Михайлов хорош на блоге.
Да, очень хороший розыгрыш. Еще один.
Просит видеозапроса, тогда, когда Волков выполнял.
There are many small things that Volvic does throughout the course of this rally that I think middles can learn from. We're going to break down this play a little bit at a time. The first item on the list for any serving team is to recognize what rotation the opponents are in, specifically if the setter is front row or back row. As I roll the clip, see if you can identify which rotation the receiving team is in. In this case, the opponents are in rotation 4, meaning that the setter is front row. The priority list for an in-system pass probably goes middle, front row outside, back row outside, and then back row right side on an in-system pass, and then front row outside and back row right side on an out-of-system pass. As this pass is made well behind the 10-foot line, we can see that the only two viable hitters are the back row right side and the front row outside. Most teams are going to set their front row outside in this situation. After landing from the triple block, Volvic recognizes that the setter has taken the first ball, meaning that he is out of the play. He signals this with his hands. Once again, Volvic does not have an angle to attack this ball, and so he sets up for his next job, which is to cover the hitter. On this next sequence, he makes himself available with a nice high pass in the middle of the court to his setter. Another good pass is made, and Volvic again makes himself available on his route with the setter. The thing I really like about watching good setters is that they just seem to locate where the ball is going to be, which makes it a lot easier for middles to run their routes.
У казанского «Зенита» на этот раз Вольвич. И теперь Бабкевич. Михайлов хорош на блоге.
There was definitely not a touch here, but I don't think this play ended up being challenged, and so that's the way it goes.
Да, очень хороший розыгрыш. Еще один.
Просит видеозапроса, тогда, когда Волков выполнял удар.
Here's the play one more time with no stoppage so that you can see all of the things that were discussed in full speed.
Ивановский, его очередь подавать. Это центральный блокирующий, вышедший на замену, но подача у него требует особого внимания. Подача очень хороша и сильна. Нестандартно играет Волков. Мяч в игре. После атаки Волкова мяч остается в игре. И вновь будет атака у казанского «Зенита». На этот раз Вольвич. И теперь Бабкевич. Михайлов хорош на блоге.
Да, очень хороший розыгрыш. Еще один.
Просит видеозапрос.
As a coach, I always like to speculate about what could have gone better. Now, obviously, this is some very high-level volleyball, but I'll take a crack at it. The most important thing to note for the blue team is that this outside hitter goes up and takes 3 separate swings.
Ивановский, его очередь подавать. Это центральный блокирующий, вышедший на замену, но подача у него требует особого внимания. Подача очень хороша.
This first swing is excellent. He goes high hands and also finds the opponent setter. A+ swing.
Замену, но подача у него требует особого внимания. Подача очень хороша. Мяч в игре.
This next attempt could have gone a little better. You can see that he's a little early to the ball, and so he kind of makes contact with it as he's falling. A better spot to put this would actually be in area 4 of the court, or where the front row outside of the other team would normally play defense. He also could have just put the ball on top of the setter again.
И теперь Бабкевич.
This next swing looks to be one made in frustration. You can see after he swings, he turns away from the court, and so we can see he's visibly frustrated. The funny thing about this is that this is the first time he's up against 2 blockers and not 3 throughout the entire rally. The out-of-system setting from Genia Grebennikov, the French libero, on Zenit St. Petersburg is really excellent, and so I think I would have liked to see the opposite on their team be given a few chances to hit the ball, just to have some variety in offense.